Hello, beavers, and welcome to the weekly installment of I am hot as hell right now. It is like insanely hot in New York, which I should not be complaining because the problem here is we didn't have a spring and it went straight from really gross and cold to super warm. And right now there's no AC and I'm hot. And you don't know this, but I am not wearing pants. I feel like I'm from Jess's old video where she's like, I'm so hot, I'm not wearing pants, but I guess, you know, great beeves think alike. This week, we're chatting about being together and not saying you're in love. Which, you know, I think this is a concern because as women, we're all like touchy, feely, lovey, and like pretty outwardly spoken about it. And I almost feel like this is like more common, like I feel like this would be like a straight couple question almost in a way. Guy I'm dating hasn't said he loves me. I don't feel like lesbians often have this issue. It's like the opposite. It's like, I just met her, it's our first date and it's been an hour and she said she loved me. So I know this question doesn't come up that often, but here's my answer. And it's not as simple as black and white, as per my usual answers, right? They're always very not that simple. But, you know, I think we wait for those words, and we have every right to hear those words often, especially when meant. But I think sometimes it's just hard for people to say it. You know, it's hard to get those three words out, and it doesn't mean that it's not there at all. It just means that it's kind of hard to say it, and I have a little story, some story time. So I was friends with my girlfriend before we started dating, and when we started dating, there were so many times that I wanted to say, I love you, but at the time, like, you never want to be the first, and it's like, So one day before work, early in the morning, I had stopped by her apartment. And I went in there. It was like a total movie moment. I went in there with the sole purpose to tell her I loved her, that I was in love with her and I loved her and I just wanted to say I love you. And that was my sole purpose. That was the only reason I was stopping over in the morning before work. So I went in there and I couldn't say it. I couldn't get it out. So what I did is, she even has them now, but she has these word magnets, right? Like these poetry magnets, and you could make poetry out of it and whatever. And I stood by the fridge and I wrote, I love you on the fridge. And I was like, maybe she'll see it, you know, maybe in some cosmic way she'll see it, but I just couldn't get the words out. And I had it on the fridge for days and for weeks, and I don't know if she ever noticed. It's funny, I brought it up a while ago. I was like, hey, you know, that time when I went to your place, I was gonna say I love you and I couldn't do it, so I wrote it in magnets on your fridge. But I don't even know if she noticed, but because I couldn't get it out, I kind of did it in other ways. Maybe it's not that she doesn't love you or you should be concerned about that. Maybe it's just hard for her to say it, you know? Maybe it's a little difficult to get out. So, you know, I think there obviously has to be a time where you're like, okay, this is a little too crazy. Like, it's been 7 billion years and we still haven't said those words. So, of course, you should evaluate it based on how you feel. But you know, maybe it's just hard for her to say. So that's it. Again, not like a straightforward answer, I know, but, you know, that's what I got. So I will see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.